Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Liz, and in today's video we're doing Dollar Tree bathroom vanity ideas. Dollar Tree has really inexpensive things that you can put together that make a great look in your bathroom vanity. The first thing I found were these really cool white tiles at Dollar Tree. I love the size of them, and they kind of were ceramic, and to me they just fit really well in a bathroom. I didn't like the sayings on them, but I figured I could work with them. I created a printable that I will leave for you guys down in the description box, and I just put some words that I thought would be great in a bathroom, like relax, unwind, soak. I'm going to put the block down on top of the words, and I'm going to trace around them. Next, I'm just going to cut out the words, making sure that I don't get any of the trace marks in where I'm cutting. And then I'm gonna make sure that I round the corners out. That way it's gonna fit perfectly on my little tile. I'm gonna repeat this for the other three words. Now recently I picked up a new type of Mod Podge. It is a water-based Mod Podge, and the directions say that you can put it in the dishwasher. So I thought, since these were going to be items in a bathroom, I wanted something that was going to be a little bit more waterproof. So I'm going to start by putting a layer of Mod Podge down on my tile, and then I'm going to put my label on top of that. Now you want to let that completely dry before you try putting Mod Podge on the top of your paper. So once that's completely dry, I'll put a layer of Mod Podge on the top. Now I've been loving these black paint pens that they have at Dollar Tree. I'm gonna go around the edges of all of my signs once everything's dry and just give it a little distressed finish. I think when everything's white like this, you need to kind of pull out some detail. And I think these make perfect decor for a bathroom. So I want to thank today's sponsor, Blinkist. Blinkist is an app that I've recently fell in love with on my phone. They take the most important information from nonfiction books and they condense it down to 15 seconds for you. From there, you can either read or listen to the little 15-second Blinkist. You guys know that I'm crafting and DIYing every day, so I love listening to Blinkist whenever I'm doing my DIY projects. I just put them on and I get so much information. There's so many business books that I want to read, but I just never get around to it, to be honest with you. And so with Blinkist, I'm able to get those key points from each book and really get the information I need from that book. And then the cool thing about it is if you want to go deeper, you can. Blinkist offers full-length audiobooks with their premium subscribers. It's a great way to test out a book before you actually read the whole entire book. I've listened to a few on here where I'm like, okay, I think I'm good with that. And some of them I'm like, I want to delve a little bit deeper. Some of my favorites that I've been reading are The Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. That was really good. I also really enjoyed Scaling Up by Vern Harnish. And after listening to the Blinkist, I want to now read the full version of Scaling Up. This app I feel like is really helping me improve my business by giving me the key points that I need in the business books that I want to read. So Blinkist has put together a really great offer for all of my followers. If you want to try Blinkist out, the first 100 people to go to www.blinkist.com/Liz Fenwick are going to get unlimited access for 1 week to try it out, and you can get 25% off if you want the full membership. So it's completely free for the first 7 days, so try it out, see if you like it, and if not, you can always cancel it, so go check it out. Next up for our vanity, we're going to put together a jewelry organizer. I have this clear one from Dollar Tree, and this I typically find over in like the kitchen section in my Dollar Tree, so yours may be a little different. I'm also going to be using some wood beads that I had on hand. These I buy in a big pack from Amazon, and I'm going to take them out to my garage and I'm going to spray paint them black. Now, when I spray paint beads, I typically just put them down, spray them, and then once they dry, I'll kind of mix them around and spray them again. Now, you may have to do this and spray them 2 or 3 times to get them fully coated, but it typically works pretty well. Next, I'm going to hot glue the beads on the bottom of my jewelry organizer to make little feet. I'm also going to hot glue a bead to the top to make a cute little handle. This was so easy to do, and now I have a cute little jewelry organizer to put on my vanity. Next up, we're going to make a soap container. Now, my Dollar Tree, when I went there, they were completely out of any soap containers. So I came up with another option that we're gonna do. So I found this container. It was actually in the, what do you call it? Like kind of the vase section at my Dollar Tree. And it was a little treat jar, and it was a mason jar type of container. And then I'm gonna be using a soap that I already had. I'm gonna be using the top from that, but you could always pick up, you know, a soap lid, you know, just use one that you have around your house. So I'm going to spray the metal portion of the lid and the top of my soap container with a flat black spray paint. And both of these are gonna take 2 coats. Then I'm gonna spray paint the base of my mason jar container white. So next I need to create an opening so that I can put my soap dispenser into the mason jar lid. So to do this, I got out my wire cutters and I tried to pull an opening and cut it off the best that I could. It didn't look super cute on the underside, but you're not gonna be able to see it, so I wasn't as concerned about that. Then I will take the lid to my soap container and put it on top of the new mason jar container. I created a label that says soap, and all I'm going to do is cut that out. I'm going to use that same blue container Mod Podge and put the label down, let it completely dry, and then I'm going to put a good top layer over the top of it. From there, all you have to do is fill your container with soap and put the lid on the top. Now, to make a matching set, I wanted to make a toothbrush holder. So I was able to find this white one at Dollar Tree. And you guys, when you pick these up anywhere else, they can be quite a bit more expensive. So I love getting these at Dollar Tree, and they look like something you would buy anywhere. So I wanted to add a little label to it that said brush. So I'm going to cut out my label and use those same steps to Mod Podge, let it dry, and then put a layer of Mod Podge on the top. This is really easy to do. If you want to add additional layers of Mod Podge just to make it a little bit more protected, you could do that as well. And I think these two look really cute together. So next up, we're going to create some candles to put in the bathroom. So I picked up 2 of these like really skinny little tea light candle holders from Dollar Tree, and I also grabbed 2 of their frosted candle holders. This is a really easy project to put together. I took the tea light containers out to my garage and I spray painted them with 2 coats of flat black spray paint. Once that dried, I'm going to be using E6000. Anytime you're putting glass together like this, I recommend using E6000 because it's a much better bond than if you used hot glue. So I'm going to use E6000 around the top, and then I'll put the frosted containers on top of that. Now with E6000, you want to let this set up overnight before you start messing with it and putting it around, because it takes a little bit longer for the glue to bond. I'm also going to be putting in some marble candles that I picked up at Dollar Tree in here, but really you could put in any candles. I think this is going to be a great addition to my bathroom grouping. I like having some decor pieces that are smaller in my bathroom so that I can put them on my shelves and different areas. So I picked up a canvas at Dollar Tree. Now you guys have seen this on my channel several times where I've taken the canvas and pulled off the actual canvas part so that I could use the frame portion. And I'm going to use my wire cutters again and make sure I pull out all the staples and just make it look as clean as possible on the back. Next, I'm going to use a color called Golden Oak to stain this frame, and I'm just going to wipe it on with my foam brush and wipe it off with a paper towel. Again, this printable is in the link below with all the printables that I created for you. I printed all of these out just with normal printer paper. So I'm going to put my frame on top of it and trace around the picture. When I cut it out, I'm going to cut a little bit farther in from the line that I created so that I don't see anything hanging out on the edge. Then I will hot glue it to the back of my frame. And I think these look so cute on a shelf or anywhere sitting out in your bathroom. Another item I love having for my bathroom is a tray. I'm one of these people who likes to just like throw my chapstick and my jewelry off really quick, and so I love having a little tray where it's not all over my vanity. It's like I can be a little bit messy on a tray, and so I like having a tray sitting out on my vanity. So I picked this one up. It's over in like the party supply section at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to spray it with 2 coats of white spray paint. Now all the spray paint I'm using is like a flat or matte color. I prefer that over the satin finish. I think it looks a little bit more realistic and more like either you bought it that way or you painted it that way. Next, I'm going to use that same black paint pen that I used earlier, and I'm going to go around the edges. Now, my little trick whenever I'm putting it around the edges is if I mess up a little bit, I'll just use that to my advantage, and I will take the paint pen and kind of make a little bump up at the top. This makes it look where it's not super perfect. This is also an easy way to fix the problems that I created. And here's a look at how the tray would look sitting out on your vanity. Next up, I was really excited to find this container in the party section. It was such a cool form and I really liked it. And I hadn't seen this container before. You'll have to let me know if you guys have seen this one before. But again, I spray painted it with 2 coats of white spray paint. I created a sign that says hand towels for this one, and I'm just going to cut it out. I'm going to use my same technique of putting on the Mod Podge. As you can tell, these projects are really repetitive, but they're all super easy to do and something you could do to create easy vanity decor. I'm going to go in with my paint pen all around the top of this container. Next, I grabbed a package of white hand towels. You could use anything that you have on hand, and I'm just going to roll them all up and put them into my container. And this container actually held quite a few hand towels. And this is how they look all together. All right, you guys, let me know which of these projects was your favorite. I don't know, I really like the soap container, but I love knowing which ones you like down in the comments. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe because I post 2 DIYs each week. I have some great projects planned for you in the new year, and I can't wait to get started. And if you missed our last DIY, I'll link it here for you, and I'll talk to you guys in our next one. Bye.